do it, right? They get the frags, they get the job done. So honestly, yeah, I mean, 9Z's really feeling it. Ancient's been a little more of a struggle for them, especially on their T side, as we saw, but it's normal. You know, you can't be great on every single map, and that's one of their weaknesses. But now, jumping onto Nuke, I really do feel like they're going to have an edge, a decided one, as we're going to get into this first round of action right now.
And in we go. Pistol round kicking off here. Isurus starting on the CT side. Let's see if they can get it started on the right foot, if they can get started happy and healthy here, as they would like to see. Here comes the swing. Nython getting some kills. Deco following it up as well, and they're looking for a bit more. EGT catching a little bit of an answer, but this is looking good for Isurus right off the rip. They have not allowed 9Z to get any sort of space or any sort of control. They're just pressing right into them to bring the fight straight to them, and they are going to dominate it. 3 kills for Deco with that CZ, and that is a heck of a way to get things started here for Isurus.
Yeah, Isurus not too shabby on those pistol rounds. This is the second one they've taken, if I'm not mistaken, Mike. Yeah, they go up 1-0 here, up against 9Z. Alrighty, and they're immediately going to get that A1S in the hands of Destiny to make that 3 MP9s and the FAMAS for Noxte. And over on 9Z, you just have Glocks and a P250. Nothing else invested into the round, as you would expect since the bomb plant didn't come through. Noxte waits with the FAMAS towards Secret, and 9Z are playing it pretty patiently. Really, out of this round, you want a bomb plant. That's pretty much it, given the investment.
Nython outside. MP9. MP9 snipes time. MP9 snipes. I mean, they've got really good presence if this actually does become a test of the outer yard, right? And it's going to be. There's 3 players up on silo. There's 2 out by the red box. I don't know whether this is just a heavy read coming through from the Isurus side, but they seem to be aware of what 9Z is going to want to attempt here with all the focus that they've got. Maybe you'd want a few more rifles. But here's going to be the fast drop in towards Mini. Yet they're coming around. They're trying to pressure onto these SMGs, and Nython is making money. Oh, he's going to have some cash flow going early here to try and get towards that AWP right off the rip.
Yep, pretty easy for Isurus, of course, since, yeah, they were not going up against much of anything. But now 9Z are going to bring the AKs up front and center. It's going to be 4 AKs, yeah. Rox has enough for the AK, so it's going to be 4 AKs and the Galil coming through here on the 9Z side. And Rox, okay, I'm not sure if he's out. I thought he had a connection issue for a second because he was waiting in spawn for quite some time, but he does, in fact, go for the Galil because he wanted a little extra utility, Mike.
What are these smokes? Ooh, sure. Is there a third one coming through? It's a very, very deep smoke. It looks
There's a gap.
It is a curtain. I mean, they're not actually going to go behind them. It was a bit of a fake. I'm not sure whether... I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and say they're meant to misthrow the smokes to tempt someone through because they didn't actually go off of them. But that is a weird smoke set. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, you leave such a gap, it's not really going to convince us of anything, right? I don't know.
Yeah. There's some kills coming through. Isurus looking good here on the rip. Nython, 2 kills to his name already. He's looking for more. Roxy. We'll make a noise elsewhere. We'll try this 1v4, and he's being wrapped upon. He's being flanked. Molly goes in. Make life difficult for the guy behind the orange box. He does get that kill, but did he get it in time? Well, he at least could reset and attempt the aim on the remaining 2, but that one was a tough spot, and indeed, he does falter.
A little dangerous there. Try almost lined up a couple, and he hit the shot. Could have been a 1v1. But anyway, 9Z do fall, and a little bit rough in that round. The smokes might not have gone where intended, and that gave Isurus a pretty easy read as to where the play was going to go. So they take the 3-0 lead, and they have a decent amount of economy under their feet here with 2 AKs carried over as well. 2 A1Ss in the AWP versus 9Z, who are on another eco round. Well, actually more of a half buy coming through here. 3 Tech 9s, E250, and the Deagle Nython spotted one out. He doesn't connect, but it's Destiny to get an opener.
Damage coming in. It's not looking good for 9Z right off the rip here. That's a dead max for free. Nothing to really show for that. Ali. Pops, hops. And bops. And it looks like they're going to pretty comfortably be able to take this through. Now they've got a crossfire set up. There's one player out of decon. And okay, that kill actually means they can get a bomb plant. Just plant the bomb, Try. You're not winning this round. But he's gonna try to win the round. And that means no plant money. John, no plant money.
Weird decision. Weird decision.
Wanted that one more kill. Sometimes the folly of the superstar players is thinking they can do too much. Sometimes you just got to take what you got and let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. Yep, no, that definitely should have gotten that bomb plant, but it's okay. You know, they still had enough to invest fully into this round, so not too big of a deal, but it does hurt their economy in the long run. AK's across the board here. Max gonna be peeking around there, looking to find an opener, and I think he might have seen someone, but a smoke bloomed, so that guised off his vision. Bit on top of Marshmallow, and oh yeah, Noxty's gonna get that one every day of the week. Bit exposed, and you couldn't see Noxty because that's a mini one-way that he pulled off. So 5v4, Max is trying to sneak through. Oh, he's very exposed now. The smoke fades, but the timing in his favor as Noxty decides to go back into mini. It doesn't matter though, because Nython's waiting over at Secret to drop Max, and everything going Isurus' way. Destiny drops another one.
Well, I mean, this game could not have started better for Isurus, right?
No.
I mean, this round as well, even better. It's all on the rocks. Wow. 9Z have been completely limp on this T side, and considering some of the issues we had on the ancient T side, which it's ancient, maybe they're just not having the greatest attacking halves today.
I don't know.
3 players have yet to crack the board. We are in our 5th round. Maybe Rox can change that if he waits long enough. But he is presumably just going to be saving here. Armor, rifle, 2 flashes, molly. It's quite a bit of kit to bring into the next one, but will it be enough to justify offsetting the economic tempo here of 9Z?
What is going on, though?
I mean, they've got max loss bonus. They can build around it.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I don't know what's going on with 9Z. They have been shut out. I mean, it is Nuke, but it's not looked good. Rox is a dead man. Didn't expect a second on the ladder, and indeed he does go down. So no save there. And now a timeout's going to be called by 9Z early on, right? What's going on, guys? Get your heads in the game. Zip on in.
Yeah, it's just kind of lackluster up to this point. It's strange. It's the second time we've seen it tonight where the team that was expected to be the favorite on the map pick just doesn't manage to pull it off, because it's same thing for Overpass. I think it was Leviathan who ended up taking Isurus on a map where, I mean, Isurus should have definitely had the edge. Didn't happen. Alrighty, well, 9Z's got a very tall hill to climb, because the thing on Nuke, right, is that you want to get those T-side rounds as soon as possible and pick up as many as you can before the CTs can get their economy under their feet. But not only does Isurus have a 5-0 lead, Noxty's sitting at 10k, and you have 2 others above 5k. Nython, in fact, at 7.1. And even Ali and Deco, who are below 4k, it's not by much. They're all looking good. And 9Z, well, they have a hero AK here around some pistols. Destiny gets one. Rox does manage to drop a frag with that hero AK, but it's Destiny who's farming away for a 3k. He hasn't even died yet, Mike. Neither is Noxy, and Bit and DGT, well, they're just going to be lambs to the slaughter more than likely. Bit does get one, but DGT, all by his lonesome, will get isolated and go down at the end of the day. Lots of damage being done towards Isurus at least, but 9Z still can't find the round.
Sixth on the board for Isurus. 6-0 to start things off. And yeah, man. I mean, that was the first round in a while where we've actually seen substantial damage coming out from this 9Z squad. We are going to have the full investment in this one. They've got all the utility in the world. They got everything possibly working for them to execute some sort of a plan on this T side. So where are they going to take it? Looks like they're going to set up for outside smokes early here. How are these thrown? Okay, these are just the traditional wall of smokes. Very straightforward. Not trying to get weird with it. Not trying to get fancy with it. Trying to get DGT down vent, and he gets a parting gift as he does. Finds Noxy, so an opening pick here for 9Z. Something they have not really had the luxury of in a long time, and a lot of positioning advantage now. The only issue I see is that they didn't actually move past that wall of smokes. It was a fake. Now Destiny has the chance to really upset the apple cart, but less so if his brains are splattered on the hut.
Well, the first convincing round from 9Z, coming off a pistol round that did yield them 3 frags. And you have Ali and Deco going quite aggressively here. DGT could catch them off, and yeah, he gets one. Deco goes down, probably traded, and there it is, but still a 4v2 edge in favor of 9Z, and they have the information that one player's down at B, which means that Nython was isolated, and even as Ali tries to come up, he gets taken down by Try, and that's the round for 9Z, finally cracking the scoreboard here on their T side.
Nython. And a shot through the squeaky door. To no effect. Quiet start to the round. No one dead. A minute in. A little bit of damage on DGT. Really the only thing to show for it for either side. And 9Z have majorly pumped the brakes here, but they've got some control where it's lower. See if the reinforcements laying around the double doors can do anything about that. Need to blow the doors off. And Ali does catch Max as the decon door opens. The doors are still intact, rather. There is a hole in them. What does 9Z do with this now? Having lost the pick, having been rebuffed from lower. Going to redouble their efforts in towards the A site, but the op's positioned up. Nython dropped for free. And Rox finds one more. But Deco from heaven might just be their saving grace, might just be their guardian angel here. As Bit and Try will try and work their way in towards the bomb plant. That they've got. And the shots as well. Bit's locking it down. Everyone from the same angle, and he just resets and keeps swinging. They didn't have the spacing on that peak. They went out disjointed, and Bit capitalized.
One at a time. Just, hey, 1, 2, 3, easy peasy lemon squeezy for Bit there. It wasn't really challenged. Should have triple peaked it and just gone out if you're going to commit to that. But unfortunately, it did not work out for Isurus, and that's a round that I think they should have taken. 9Z steal one away, get a second for themselves, and now the bank account is slowly but surely starting to drain on Isurus' side. They got the op, they have the A1S, but the other two, MP9s and a Deagle. They set it up well, they could still do some damage, and Nython going for an aggressive peek, it works out. Rox is down, Noxy's the one to eat that damage down to 20. That's the 5v4 that Isurus was looking for, Mike. And they retrieve the gun.
Oh. Little info hop going on here. Whew, quick shot.
Yeah.
Not quick enough, though. Got the information there's a player down here by double doors. There's going to be reinforcements brought to deal with it. That's Ali. Obviously, the low HP SMG player didn't fancy the fight solo dolo. But this double push into hot could be interesting here. Destiny trying to get adventurous, and he catches the bomb. Uh-oh. Destiny caught on the ladder a little bit. Will actually lose his life as a result. Damage done onto Max, but Max has the spacing. Nython denies him that. 35 seconds. They're running out of time, but they still got the bodies, and that's a huge kill from DGT. That means the bomb is going down. And now Noxie with 20 points of health. What does he fancy his chances in doing? At this point, it might be more about trying to grab a rifle, making that happen. He's even dropped his SMG to try and get towards the gun, but DGT's already posted up, already ready for it. And that'll be the round.
Timeout going to be called here by Isurus to talk things over. It's been 3 rounds in a row for 9Z. They finally found their rhythm on Nuke, a rhythm we were expecting them to hit a lot sooner than this, but better late than never, of course, as they forced Isurus onto a full-on eco. Might see some P250s bought up here, but given that they're on the CT side, they could opt just go for the USPSs. Yep.
Getting into it. Nothing's been purchased yet, so it is looking like we're not going to get much of anything from Isurus. This massive bank that they've built has been whittled on down. Nades and P250s. A nade. And 2 P250s. Maybe this is a peek towards Squeaky with the 1 HE. I think it is. HE goes off. The peek goes in. Ali's got a kill. Actually, I think that nade did come over from the T side as well, so they did it for him. All right, an opening pick with a P250 is not a bad way to start out a round where you come in with a naked eco.
Yeah.
DGT wants to make absolutely sure that gun is not close at hand, and now the chase on in towards lobby is being shut on down. Further damage, perhaps. It gets a bit messy, but they corral the round, and that's what's important.
So, yeah, that gets, excuse me, a little bit scary for 9Z. But they do, as you mentioned, get the round, pick up a 4th, and Isurus on their naked eco get 3 frags, which to me is already pretty impressive to keep the economy of 9Z at bay. But Isurus now going to fully reinvest into this round with 4 A1Ss and the op. Destiny, who's been prone to make some very aggressive plays, decides to be a little more passive this time around as 9Z is tossing a ton of utility towards the outside yard, and they've already thrown the wall of smokes and sent a player down secret.
Oh. Shot missed. Nython really tried to work a tight angle there. It will not connect. Okay, that time it will. A little bit of a wider angle as Rox continues to test him. They're really committed to sticking around here and trying to find a fight with the op, and he's just bailing out. The kill on Destiny elsewhere. And look at this positioning for Max. They want to swing into his angle, and he's just going to dismantle the first. The second is well found.
Oh.
Max, 2 huge entries open up the path towards lower, and the bomb will follow him on down. EGT is still positioned here by the squeaky door. That was a bold jump from Try. You can see Nython's just setting up in the save. They're bailing. They're out of this. He expects to be chased. His position, of course, known. And while 9Z are still taking their time with moving this bomb over, eventually they're going to make the inroads, and it will be Max indeed to be the tip of the spear. Deco's really going to try this. He is. Oh, they think it's clear now. Max calmed that, and indeed it is. A little hairier than it needed to be. But the round is still firmly in the grasp of 9Z.
Deco, man, he could have easily punished them, gotten a 2K, and denied the plant. I mean, you can't blame 9Z. They were trying to clear everything out and be cautious, but still, eventually, you got to put the bomb to dirt. Either way, Nython trying to save this AWP, and of course, Try knows where he is because he watched him go in towards CT. So, they're going to chase a little bit. In fact, a lot of it. 3 players walking right in, as Nython has to fend for himself. He will get one, but eventually will get traded, and that's going to be that. Op is out of their hands, and 9Z's also got another round in their pockets. 5 in a row now, Mike.
5 in a row. It's crazy too. Magic of a pause, right? The magic of momentum, the magic of a tempo change. Sometimes it's all you need. Get things right, get things moving. They were looking weak the first 6, right? It wasn't just that they were losing the rounds, it's that they weren't really competing in most of them.
Yep.
And how that has changed. Nython down for the count right off the rip. This is just a bit of an eco. We're not expecting much from Isurus. We're gonna see if they can do it. Noxy eliminated. Max digs him out of the corner. Destiny trying to check this. And indeed he does for the first, but there's many more to find. And he'd spotted the Opera, so he's focused in on the left side, and Bit swings from the right. Deco and Ali. One of them needs to pull off some heroics. They are completely isolated. But Deco's going to try and work his way in towards Secret, and this could get a bit spicy. Bit's just letting some time whittle off the clock and holding for this. And he will be good for the shots. All onto Ali now. Oh, well, they are pressuring his site. And allowing him the opportunity to pull off a 1v4 with a Deagle are different things.
Look, I have to say, we were kind of concerned for 9Z when it was a 6-0 start for Isurus on their CT side, because usually you don't get the opportunity to come back and pull off 6 rounds in a row on your T side of Nuke, but they did it, and now they're in really good shape.
Yeah.
They've turned this completely around.
Quite incredible. They're doing it the hard way, right?
Yeah,
doing it the hard way where you've got to completely shatter a well-built-up CT economy and then make noise yourself. It's not exactly easy. But hey, the team who's going to do it would be them. Bit as well has been a huge contributor this time. A man who usually is content to set up his stars to go and let them rip, but putting up 9 and 7, maybe it's not the most startling of score lines, but it's a solid contribution in several critical rounds where he's done the damage to get them on the board. Noxy getting caught going in towards Secret, but Nython's there to deal some damage. That's through the squeaky door, and Noxy, almost got away with that one. The flames chase him, and the flames lick the last bits of life from his body. Wow. Quick shot from Try.
Oh. He's been quiet, man. He's always good for some impressive shots. Destiny going to come through and connects on Max, gets him down to 9. But still a man advantage in favor of 9Z, and that gives him information there's a player on A. Might decide to go to the B site. They still got time to rotate in whichever direction they should like. And in fact, B is completely unguarded. No one in ramp, no one really nearby for a rotation. So it should be a pretty easy take should they decide to go in that direction. They do have Nython, of course, in Big Garage, but he has to get through Secret and perhaps past the rifle of the player at outer yard, which is Rocks.
Molly into hell to make sure this is comfortable, and now they're down towards lower, and there's no one to stop them. There's no one to stop them. No one whatsoever. This bomb's going down, and even the ops come off the angle right as Rocks might have given the opportunity over. So now this bomb's going down. Presumably, Isurus are going to be thinking about the save, and for Rocks, a chance to do further damage. He finds one. One and done is fine. Trade your life out for economic damage every day of the week. These remaining 2 can't even posture aggressively. They have to back the heck up.
Gotta save that op into the next round in particular. And of course, the A1S, the money is just really dire for Isurus. Even though they do have, of course, the full loss bonus kicking in. It's too risky to try and go for much of anything with these last rifles. So 9Z make it 7 in a row and are now threatening to take this half with an 8th round. It's DGT at the top again, and you have Max behind him, but Bit, he contributed quite well. I think it was in the first round that they ended up coming through with a nice 3K. Anyway, he's up to 10 and 7 right behind DGT.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Still mind-boggling. They've been able to run 7 in a row.
Yeah. On T side of Nuke, I can't say that I've seen a team come back from a 6-0 and win 7 in a row like this.
Well,
it's very
time
nice.
to see if they can get an 8.
Yeah.
Make it more impressive. DGT trying to get down the vents, and he is peppered down by bullets and burned alive. So an opener here for Isurus. The capitalized Nox is trying to get aggressive here by secret. Players wander just way down. It has been such a change here for 9Z since they've started emphasizing controlling towards secret and towards the lower site, right? That has been a difference maker for this squad.
Very slow pace of play now into this round. 55 seconds expired, and no one has fallen except for DGT in the early goings. Max, want to charge through into the double doors at the B site. They do have a bit of noise being made by Bit. Now they're going into the vent. They're going to double back to A. Bit trying to attract some attention in his direction. He will do exactly that, so that makes it a little easier for this A site to be taken, as Noxie's actually leaning towards B, in fact. Ali does get the frag on Max, so that's a big one. And yeah, now they're rotating back to the B site, Mike.
Big kill for Noxie. Try still got an attempt to make this expensive.
Oh my goodness!
What a flick! He's got the next as well. That even was a tag. It's through the wall, but he's got a chance to get the plant. 15 seconds. Knows he needs one of these kills quickly, and he's going to reposition off of the molly. My goodness. This guy is insane. This guy is unreal. They haven't been able to get the kill just yet. Try and get on towards the bomb, but there's a gap. As they come out the smoke, this could happen. He's trying to do it with the sidearm even. Oh my goodness, that one looked like it was on. They can't give him the opportunity. They need to start to get on the defuse, and they are going to force the issue. Bring him out. Noxie just trying to keep him at bay. Nython, rather. And it will be Nython to bring it through with a USP. Every second of that clutch, you believed Try could do it, but he just couldn't quite find the shots.
Oh man, if that third one wasn't through the wall, that would have been a 1v1, and I'm almost certain he would have won it. But I totally agree with you. It felt like he was going to pull that off every single moment that he was still standing in that round, but eventually Isurus just stuck the defusal, and that was it. But tied up 7-7 is great news for 9Z, because they went on a 7-1 run. That was 7 in a row before Isurus managed to take one back, and they still have plenty of cash to go for a full-on buy up here. Smoke's going to come through. Oh, Nython spots out the jump there. I think it was a bit of a bait shot, but he almost punishes.
Tension in this round. The last round of the half. Hangs in the air. 9Z slowing things down. Not going for the secret play. They have worked one player through in Max. They're holding. Utility in reserve. They don't have smokes anymore. Mollies and flashes. On the CT side, a couple HEs could be well deployed, depending on timing. But what can Max do towards lower? You can see the adjustment from Isurus. Noxie's really committed to defending this. And now they haven't seen anything. It's 40 seconds. Nobody's taking damage into this round. They've got to go. There's the spot, but no kill just yet. And in they come from Mini. Nice shot from Nython. There's the follow-up. Try gets one, but that's not enough. EGT trying to make some more noise out of it. He's done so. Brought it to a 2v2. 23 seconds. They need this bomb planted now. That molly might help them secure it. And indeed it does. Moxie trying, but the HE is his ally. Try knows where the last is. He knows. Got another chance at the clutch. This one more viable. What a flick around. the complete 180, and he pulls off an 8 for 9Z from 6-0 down to an 8-7 half. We will be back after this break.
When I see you dancing, I'm like, hola, 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 hola. With your move fancy, make me wanna hola, 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 hola.
He has to try and fight his way out of this, and he manages to, in fact. Try cannot deal the killing blow, and he might have to fall off of this. He doesn't want to be the first one to fall in the round.
Nython's control towards lower could be deadly. He's made a bunch of noise, so they know he's here, but what do they do about it? So they killed one. Now this is falling apart again. Isurus looking good on the pistol. And as they make the bomb down towards lower, this is such a difficult retake to make. EGT has to hit, and he can't. This might just be over. Ali waiting this entire time, and he is just a finishing punch, the 1-2 blow to seal the deal for Isurus. One thing you can't say about them in this, they have been prepped for the pistol round. One thing you can't say is that they haven't been prepped for the pistol round. That makes more sense.
Yes, I understood you, Mike, and I do agree. Wow, their pistol rounds have been very, very nice. And, I mean, Isurus, they did build off of it in that previous half, right? They got 5 rounds in a row after winning the pistol. But then things started to fall apart when 9Z got their rhythm going and the rifle buy-ups rocking along. All right, let's see if Try can connect here. He does! Noxy goes down to Try Scout. 5v4 just like that. The gun, unfortunately, not retrievable, but at the very least, 9Z have given themselves the man edge. Gotta watch out for Try.
You do. You do. Now, this is interesting. They're all going in towards lower. Bit's got some control in the room with that name. But they're all going out decon. There's not a whole lot he can do at this angle with the CZ, right? Even if he's got the angle, even if he's got the position, it's a CZ, man.
Yep.
What are you going to do here? Bomb's going down. The 5-7, though, a little more potent at range, and DGT, oh my goodness, is doing so much. 2 huge kills. The scout connects on another. It's all on an nython, and he's going to be overwhelmed.
Oh, that is not what you want to see if you're Isurus. I mean, truly just a round where they let it completely slip away. Walked into the pistols of 9Z despite the fact that they get the bomb plant. 9Z just overwhelms them, and of course that opener cannot be understated how important it was for try to get that and give the early man advantage to 9Z. Alrighty, 9-8 in their favor. Isurus isolated off a pistol round victory, and as you can see, well, they don't have much money to work with. Even with that bomb plant, they're going to be on the full-on eco. Nothing bought up for them, only Glocks, and it will be a Glock train potentially in towards the vents, but they get isolated by the Molotov, so they're going to have to wait a little bit. They might walk through that smoke. Yeah, they're going to try it. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea. Rocks gets 3, Bit gets 2, and the round is over.
Swiftly goes that one into that good night. Money now being put away for 9Z in a big way, and they've already got a very stable buy to work with. Only thing they could be missing is the AWP, but you know what? As we saw on the last map, they're okay without it when they don't need it.
Yep.
So, here they're going to keep it rocking and a-rolling. Isurus. Another chance at the rifle round. And a lot of presence outside. Gap on the Schmallow. Deco, get himself a little roast here. They're looking for him, flirting with the edge of the smoke. If he exposes too much, Bit might have him. It's just a Galil, but a Galil can be enough in the right circumstances. Bit of dust-up damage either way. They actually both had Galils, now that I look at it. A Galil off. Let's see what they're going to do. In towards the ramp room they move. Timely Molotov. Rebuffs. A minute now hits the clock. Max has a bit of an angle in towards the hut. damage done, but now he can't capitalize. They wanted to chase that, but the opportunity's lost. Isurus still bundled up in lobby without much to show for it. Player on top of Mini, I think that is, for Noxy. No, he's actually in the vent. No? Where is he?
Noxy?
He's outside of Mini under the Shimala, right? All right, there we go. X-ray confusing me there. There he is, just tucked into the corner. He's not really going to be able to help much on the hit. He's looking to come in as the late lurk. There's a 1-for-1, 25 seconds. Now they've got to go. Are they trying to drop? They are indeed. No one's in position to deny them this. If they're fast enough, they'll get to the bomb, but they're not fast enough. And tries that ragdoll flying to the sky. 15 seconds. Deco better get this down right now, and he is the last alive. So he will get the plant. But what more can he do? Not a lot.
What a shame. Deco does get the bomb plant. 2 frags on the round, but 9Z still managed to secure it. At least the bomb plant comes in, and I think they're inching ever closer to that full loss bonus. So this should still be a pretty good buy-up for Isurus heading into the next round. Maybe not. Might be a little short-handed. You have Deco, who can afford the AK and the armor, but everyone else, I mean, you could force up Galil's again and try for it, but I don't think the scoreline necessarily indicates you have to be that desperate at this point. They can go for a half buy. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Tech 9s, 4 Tech 9s and a PT50. Maybe they're going to go for a quick vent play or ramp play off of this, Mike. Looks like ramp is the ticket. They're charging on forward, and DGT's looking to get that spray control down. There's one, but only one. Traded out. Try's going to try and connect on one, but he misses, then connects on Ali as they continue to charge down into that site.
You get this bomb down lower. Here's the problem. Nython's the forward man. Oh, the reload. He's fortunate to get away with that one. Max nearly in position to punish him. I don't know if he spotted Max go across, but the flirting with the doors, now he's seen him. Making such good use of those double doors. Make an absolute nuisance of himself. Max up in the corner, but he's being given no shot. That's a huge pick for Nython. Huge hold. It is traded, but still he puts his teammates in the possibility to win this. The Tech 9 in the vents is tough, and the swing back through the double doors is checked. 9Z passed the test. Isurus, good damage considering what they brought into the round. It's just not enough to get the round win.
Yeah, very good damage and a bomb plant, which means this buy-up's going to be even more potent heading into this one. But yeah, the lead does extend to 4 for 9Z, and honestly, Isurus got pretty close to taking that one try, was in a very tough spot, and it hit the close range op shot to kind of take the pressure off, and his teammate helped out to get the final one. So, 9Z, 4 rounds away from taking this series, but Isurus, they are looking to strike back now with those AKs. Here we go, round number 21. I think they are going to set up a wall of smokes for themselves here. Deco already throws that Molotov on top of Hut. And Try is going to patiently wait, even though there's a smoke guy's in his vision. Look at Pit, he pushes out, he gets one, and DGT gets a second! The aggression comes through at a perfect time, the lobby crunch!
Full guns lobby crunch, not something you see every day, and Isurus were caught entirely with their pants down. They were not ready for this in the slightest. Still a minute 25 left to play out in this clock, and their hopes have been dashed. Let's see if Deco and Noxy can recover this. It's not looking good. It's not looking good whatsoever. 9Z can just sit back, relax, and see what the heck Isurus is even going to try here. They've at least been given lobby back. At the least. But there's a player pushed by Trophy. There's control of the upper site. And there's a kill for Rocks. Gets the second as well. No problem there. Only one casualty in a mad aggression round. And that is a 5-round lead for 9Z off the back of 5 rounds in a row.
That's such a good play by 9Z. They hadn't shown that type of aggression yet on their CT side in particular. On a full-on buy round, they go for the lobby crunch, get 3 frags, and then they immediately vacate it. They go and play a more passive angle on the A site. That's exactly what they wanted to do to Isurus, though. Give them a little more comfort, make them think, okay, we're comfortable going out to the A site, and then they walk into, of course, Rocks, who's waiting with the A1S on top of Hut and gets the easy 2K. 13-8 for 9Z. Bit gonna spam through the smoke. No one is there on the receiving end. This one's slowly slipping away from Isurus, but they do have the full loss bonus to back off on. So at the very least, if they keep their economy in a decent shape round after round, they'll be able to get some Galeals and AKs consistently, Mike. By the way, just a little bit of a stat update here. 9Z is on a 13-2 run.
That's pretty bonkers when you put it in that context. Try. Timely Molotov. He's pushed off himself, and Ali will get through this, but he's separated from his team. He wants to try and bring the fight to Try. Oh, that's a little awkward. Really wasn't expecting his Molotov to be tested. Was going to try and flash himself into a peak, I think. But them coming back towards the squeaky door actually works beautifully for 9Z, because now the bomb's been dropped, it's been found, and Ali is all alone. So even if he wins this fight against Try, well, what does it matter? What can you do with it? Not a lot, and Try won't even allow him that luxury. A Tech 9 shot between the eyes, and that's 14 rounds found for 9Z. One more, and they hit series point, and they put themselves in pole positions to move into the consolidation final here with a spot at the ESL Challenger Anaheim event on the line.
Oh man, Try is just so impressive, honestly. Even when he goes to the pistol, he's just bang on. Yeah, you really have to be careful. Even when you think you have the advantage against him, you don't. 6-round lead now for 9Z. Rocks. They toss that smoke right at Squeaky, and it's a quick execute for Isurus. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, Max, despite the fact that flashbangs are just rolling on in. He still gets 2, and then Rocks drops Ali. It's all falling apart for Isurus here. Immediately shut down. 20 seconds in. It's already map point and series point for 9Z.
One more round of the next 7. And they've run 7 in a row themselves. They require the same of Isurus here.
Oh.
They require Isurus to replicate their own comeback from the first half to have a chance at this one. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Max and Rocks shutting this down. Rocks locking the gate behind him. Bit to reinforce. It's all onto Notsky. And he is down. Try fittingly brings through the last. 16-8 is the scoreline, and 9Z will take the dub. They move on to the consolidation final. They have only one series standing between them and the spot at ESL Challenger Anaheim, the first ever ESL Challenger event, an international competition.